Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so I just want to clarify, on my last episode I really wasn't using that episode kind of as a tutorial to show you guys how to do this. It was kind of more of a guideline than it was a tutorial, and just to kind of help clarify for some of you guys basically how to do this stuff and how to get an accurate encounter and how to meet up with everything. So I just kind of want to clarify that a little bit. It wasn't my best launch, nor was it really the best possible way of doing things. I think I mentioned that during the episode, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows. I mean, I like to play this game just to have fun. I'm not really trying to show people how to do stuff. It's not really my kind of thing to really want to do that, but I do enjoy doing tutorials, or at least kind of showing them. It's just the nitpicky people that really don't like how I might not do something as efficiently as possible. So that's the only thing I really, yeah, I'm not going against you nitpicky people, because I'm pretty nitpicky myself when it comes to certain things, and the main reason why I haven't done or really updated my tutorials, even though my tutorials are probably very horribly out of date, and also at that time I probably didn't know as much as I know about the game now, and I've had to defend myself on a couple of my tutorials. But yeah, oh god, what did I just do? Oh god. Bring this back down. I think as long as we get it close, that should be all that matters. Now it's telling me it does not know how long it's going to take, so I think the best bet is just to fire this thing up. So 2 minutes, that's a little suspect. I don't know if that's actually 2 minutes or not. That's the only thing with these setup burns. Kind of doesn't give you the most accurate information. But yeah, so I've really have been trying to do episodes. The summertime is a little hectic for me. I think I've explained this before a long time ago, but yeah, I've been trying to do what I can, and I'm gonna just do this burn right here, because I'm pretty sure that this is not going to actually run out by that time. So let me see. Yeah, I think we could wait a little bit. Let's get this a little bit closer. I'll put it at like a minute. I think a minute should be good. We'll see. So yeah, you know, the summertime isn't the very best time for me to be doing recordings, especially in my neighborhood and all kinds of stuff like that. As much as I would love to release more episodes, it really is problematic for me. And yeah, I know it's excuses after excuse after excuse, but I promise you guys, I really am trying, to some extent. But yeah, so back to the other thing too, is that the asteroid itself, I believe, was coming through in a what is it, a retrograde orbit or whatever it's basically going the opposite direction that everything else was going, and I had to actually flip that around. I had to get a few fuel missions up here, which I ended up refueling this. And you know, the last episodes, once I actually got this thing into a suitable orbit, I was down to very low amount of fuel, and I had to send at least about 2 or 3 fuel missions, I can't even remember anymore, just to get this to where I wanted it and how I wanted it. So I'm really hoping we can get this thing docked up this episode. I really don't know if we're going to be able to have everything docked up. I am actually very curious as to how this is going to work, but I got high hopes. I just hope nothing explodes or any really bad things happen, which I'm pretty much expecting one or the other to pretty much happen. So, but yeah, so that was kind of one of the major problems last episode, was just getting this thing into the correct orbit for basically docking, and I just don't know how this is going to work out. Now, I am very, very curious to see how this is actually going to come together. So I'm going to swing over here real quick and just see what we can get. Usually I fast forward through all this, but don't need to. I don't even know what that says, but okay. I'll just smile and nod, as they say. See, I'm seeing like a 20 in there, but I don't know. Please, just give me some kind of a reading. Do we have RCS? You know what? I'm just gonna go with that. We'll just we'll stick with that. That's fine. 38. I've done a lot better than that, but this is an asteroid, so I am pretty much okay with this. So our next asteroid is actually coming in not too long from here, or not too far from here. I can't recall where it is exactly, but I know it is getting very, very close. I think we're about a day, or not a day, but about 10 or 12, something like that, 20 days away from seeing it into our system, and then we will be doing another launch. Hopefully it won't be as time consuming as this launch has been, so that's just kind of the main thing. With doing this, guys, the time portion of it is where most of my consideration is taken. If it takes too long to do something, I can't afford to do it. I don't know how long certain things take. Some of my projects I have to spread out, so that's just kind of where all of that comes from. Okay, so we are probably... Oh, we're 24 minutes away. That's not bad. Might as well flip around. Oh my god. I will say the view out here is freaking amazing. That definitely is freaking amazing. And some other good news, so I ended up getting a tripod for my camera, so hopefully I'll be posting some more pictures on my Twitter of, you know, whatever astronomical stuff I look at through my telescope. You know, for right now, I actually showed... I ended up going to, or when I was on vacation, I ended up, you know, meeting up with some of my friends, and I brought my telescope with me just in case, and you know, whatever happens. And I ended up seeing Saturn again, and Saturn, I've seen Jupiter, although I will say I really wish I could have took pictures of Jupiter, but I do have a tripod now, so I'm going to try that out whenever I get some free time here, which might be tonight, and also a clear night. It has been actually very clear here in New York, so the last 4 or 5 nights have been pretty good, and I couldn't believe how good they actually have been, because most of the time I end up getting a very large amount of light pollution from the city, and it kind of destroys any chances that I have of even wanting to do this, so... But once again, for you people who haven't already added me on Twitter, I do post some of my pictures that I take from my telescope and other stuff like that. I haven't taken any picture of any messier objects or anything like that. I don't even know if my telescope can actually produce anything even remotely good by doing something like that. I really don't have any technique down. So, I mean, if there's anybody out there that knows anything, you know, send me some messages on Twitter or somewhere, and, you know, to help me out a little bit. I have been looking on forums, but just unbelievably hard just to take pictures. You guys have no idea. Just like even touching the telescope will cause vibration, and the pictures come out like crap. So I think I should mention that, but, you know, overall, it's been really fun. That's the one thing I will say, is showing people what they normally see in the sky every day. I've shown a bunch of my friends, like I said before, and showing them stuff that they normally see in the sky just about every single day, and yet they don't know that it's up there, or they just have no idea, or whatever. And this isn't going right for some reason. I am not very happy with this. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why my orbit is so off compared to the base. Otherwise, the base's orbit is just screwed up. One or the other. So I'm going to line this up, and you know what? I'll probably end up speeding up some of this because I don't know. But yeah, definitely, I noticed that a few people, you know, went to my Twitter account and added me, and I thank you guys. More people, the better. I'll probably post some older pictures I have, at least somewhat recent pictures, I should say, and you know, you guys can see kind of what I'm working with. They're not the best, but once again, you know, hopefully you check them out. So anyways, I will see you once we get closer to our asteroid. Yeah, so after about 3 game crashes, I have attached them. And just to show you, and, you know, for all you skeptical people out here, it is actually attached. Yeah, wow. That's all I can say. That was pretty intense. I think there's some kind of issue as far as how this game operates when it comes down to these asteroids and how everything works. I'm not 100% certain as to exactly what the issue was. I don't think any of these have RCS in them either, so I'm probably going to have to kill all of these missions. And, is this one attached? There's no way that's attached. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, no, there was something, I don't know, I think it has maybe something to do with the command modules being connected, or something along the lines of that. I am just deathly, matter of fact, I'm going to quick save right now. Deathly afraid to even attach up to this in any kind of way. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it has something to do with the command modules themselves connecting, and it just doesn't know where the priority is as far as who takes control or whatever. I really don't know, but basically as soon as I had everything attached before I left you guys, which was all 4 of these smaller connectors along with the ship for control, and it just would crash as soon as I would get connected. So let's see, I'm just going to cancel out this motion here, that way we're not floating away from the base. Matter of fact, I'm just going to disarm this as well. Yeah, that would just make things easier. But yeah, so there was some issues connecting this, and you know, maybe later on, but I think it has something to do with the physics or the weights or possibly the command modules. I don't know. I just know that maybe it has something to do with possibly giving control and doesn't know where the control should be given or something like that. So what I ended up doing is trying to the best of my ability to line these 2 asteroids up, and it was, trust me, it was a very, very hard issue to even get this thing set up the way I wanted it to and have them connect. But I ended up getting it on a fairly straight path, and I disconnected everything at the very last second. And yeah, so let's just check the weight. Yeah, well, 3557. That is amazing. So I'm hoping that everything stays together. I did just quick save, so this is looking pretty awesome. If I am actually able to attach anything new to this, I will proceed to do so, but I don't really know what it's going to let me do after this as far as this asteroid base is concerned. I was thinking about reattaching these, but it's a little too late now since they don't have any RCS in them. Maybe there is... Well, yeah, there is docking ports. I can get away with something, I think. That won't work. And I suppose I could fly this up and then just kind of skim along the side, but whatever. So yeah, it worked, guys. If you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To you new people, welcome. And yeah, I will see you next time.